Hey, what's up everybody? ToeZ here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for stopping by to my channel. If you like my content, please hit the subscribe button, and if you want to be notified every time I post new content, please make sure to hit that bell icon. With all that being said, get comfortable, relax, and I hope you enjoy hearing my story about the first time I went to a function, because it is kind of crazy. So this story takes place the summer after my sophomore year, and this is around mid 2019. So if I had to put like a month on it, I would definitely say it was around June 2019 that this story takes place. So the other people in the story are my friend Tristan, who was in my first video, first time taking Xanax, as well as my last video, and also my friend Terry, who was in my last video. So basically at this time, Terry's girlfriend was a dancer for some sort of dance group at the functions. And what they would do is they would just show up to the functions and promote the functions, and when they were at the functions, they would take videos of themselves twerking and drinking and just having a great time. Now at the time I was 16 or 17, so I was good. But all these girls in this crew were underage. And the crew was organized by the guy who throws the functions. But keep in mind, this guy is like 30 years old at minimum. So this 30-year-old guy is out here telling these underage ass females to shake some ass and while out at his functions. If you don't know what a function is, it is just a party. I don't know why we call it functions, but that's what we call it. It's just a party basically, and everybody's drinking and smoking and doing drugs. That's about it. So me, Terry, and Tristan, we've been wanting to go to a function for the longest because it's all we hear about in rap music, and we just want to see how it is. So Terry's girl at the time, she posts a picture on Instagram, which is basically just promoting the function. And we're all together at the time. We're like, oh yeah, we gotta go to that. We gotta go to that. You already know. So she posted this like a week or two in advance before the party. And so we had enough time to prep up. So my mom is a very conservative Christian, and she is not going to let me go to a party by any means. So I had to find a way to sneak out within 2 weeks. My friend Tristan also had this problem. His mom is less conservative, but she is still Christian, and he did not have any permission to go to a party. So what I figured out is the door to my room has a lock on it, which nobody has because when it was my sister's room, she had lost the lock. So I bought a set of blank keys, which when you hit them like correctly onto the door, they open the door. And I spent the entire time coming up to the party trying to get the technique right so that when I got home from the party, I would be able to open the door without a hassle. Now Tristan, he decided to just jump out the window when his mom was asleep, which, as you'll hear later, probably bit him in the ass. Now my mom usually went to church from 9 to 12 p.m. So I decided from 9 p.m. to the next morning, the entire week of the party, I would not come out of my room, because I just wanted her to not be suspicious when she got home and everything was dark and I wasn't out of my room. Besides all that prep, I had gotten a bottle of Jack Daniel's Tennessee, a big ass bottle, and my friend Terry, he had also gotten a bottle of Hennessy. I had also bought enough weed to make myself 2 blunts, and my friend Terry also bought enough weed to make himself 2 blunts. And so basically we were gonna be the littest dudes at the function, and let me tell you, we were the littest dudes at the function, man. So the day of the function comes and I execute my plan. I sneak out, and by the time I get to Tristan's house where we were all meeting up at, it was around 9:45. And I had met up with Terry around 10 minutes earlier at the corner of the block where Tristan lives. So this man Tristan was lagging it. He was like, my mom's not asleep yet. And we're like, bro, come on, like it's about to be time to go. We can't wait on you like that, man. So Tristan eventually sneaks out of his house and we call an Uber. We're all hype. I'm dressed good. Tristan is dressed good and Terry is dressed good. We just ready to look good while we party hard. So we show up, it's like 10:30 now. And I mean, I don't want to be that guy who calls places ghetto, but I'm going to tell you, this place, man, this place was ghetto, man. People were getting shot out there type of stuff, ghetto, man. I was kind of scared. I was like, damn, like this is real deep, but we were already there. There was no going back, so we just stuck it through. So at like 10:40, we met up with Terry's girlfriend at the time and her little group of dancers. And goddamn, man, some of them were fucking fine. Some of them were fire. And the place where the function was being held, they basically didn't allow bottles, but because Terry's girlfriend was a part of the dance crew, we were actually allowed to get the bottles inside the function. After getting the bottles in the function, we was feeling good. You know what? We were like, damn, we really those dudes, man. We different, bro. We brought bottles up into the function. None of these other dudes could do that. So there's two parts to this function. One is inside, which is where the music is playing and everybody's getting fucked up. And there's a part outside with like two couches where you could just chill for a little bit. So all of us are chilling at the couch. We're taking a few swigs from my Tennessee and smoking a blunt. The dance crew leaves, and after like 15 or 20 minutes, man, this dude Tristan gets a text. So the text was from his sister, and she was like, where the fuck are you? Like, get home right now. Mom's tripping out. And when Tristan receives this text, he just looks at us with a straight ass face. He's like, yo, I'm caught. And me and Terry were like, nah, for real? So he's like, yeah, like call me an Uber back home. I'll pay you back. And we're like, oh, come on, man. Don't be a bitch. You're already caught. Like, just stay here, bro. Enjoy it while you have it because you're going to be grounded once you get home. But Tristan decides to take the other route. He's like, nah, I'm going to lessen the grounding by showing up fast. So Terry orders him an Uber. And that's basically the last we see of Tristan. So me and Terry are sitting there laughing at Tristan, man. We like, that dude a bitch. So we just clowning on him for like 10, 20 minutes. And I mean, at this point, we were hella drunk, but we were taking a swig every like 30 seconds. So after a while, me and Terry, we finished the entire bottle of Henny. And the girls came back, and Terry's girl, she was there trying to talk to him. But at this point, man, me and him were so intoxicated. We were just looking up at the sky. You know, we weren't paying attention to nothing. We were just looking up at the sky. We couldn't think of nothing. We were basically just brainless dumbasses. And while we're sitting there just telling ourselves, oh man, I'm so lit, man. You know, we continue to get more fucked up. So we're already on like our third or second blunt, and we're finishing it up. And then I'm like, hey, who wants this blunt to the girls? Because like, I was too fucked up to finish it. And then some girl, her name was Precious. So Precious, she decides that she wants to finish the roach. And I was like, Roach Killer. And basically, that was an inside joke for the group for the rest of the night because I said it funny. So me and Terry didn't really want to go to the inside part of the function because we had a bag and neither of us wanted to be the lame carrying the bag. But after a bit of persuading, I was like, fuck it, man, I'm gonna take one for the boy. And I decided I was gonna carry the bag, and so we went to the inside part of the function. So I'm from LA, and they're basically just playing music from the Bay and from LA itself, but it's awesome music, man. We're all just turning up. It's great. You know, me and Terry, we could barely stand, but his girl was twerking on him. I was standing there just going with the beat. I was like, woo, this is it right here. This is lit. So after a while, me and Terry were tired of being inside because we were fucked up. So we decided to head back to the outside part. And I can't even walk straight, man. And there's stairs to get back outside. So as we're getting back outside, some dude is coming in and I just like bump into him pretty hard. Now that type of shit gets some people killed out here and I didn't realize it at the time. But looking back, even though it was a low chance, you know, I still could have probably died. But yeah, I told the guy, I was like, yo, man, I'm so sorry, bro. Like, I'm fucked up, bro. I can't even walk. And he's like, nah, don't worry about it. You're good. And he just goes into the party and we finally head out back to the couches we were sitting on. At this time, it's probably like 12:10. And we start drinking my bottle of Tennessee. Now, I hadn't ate the entire day. And neither did Terry, but Terry managed to eat a taco right before pulling up to the function. So for me, all I had in my system was alcohol on alcohol. Now, I don't know how to calculate the swigs into shots, man, but we were probably like 18 shots deep, man. I was so fucked up. The world was fucking spinning, dude. That's how fucked up I was. So I asked Terry's girl where I would have to throw up if I needed to throw up, and she pointed to a little ass bucket on the floor. Like 10 minutes after asking that question, I head over to the little bucket, and that's where I spend the rest of my night, man. I threw up and I just didn't feel good, so I stayed there because I knew I needed to throw up more, and every like 5-10 minutes, I would just throw up a little bit more and I would stay crouched on that bucket. So every few minutes, you know, someone would ask me like, bro, are you good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Even though I was really fucked up. But some dude, eventually, he gave me some water. I'm like, thank you, bro. He's like, yeah, man, I've been there. I know how it is. I was like, yeah, bro, thank you, man. I appreciate it. So I sit there basically until it's like 1:30. And by that time, Terry's girl, she called an Uber for us because we were too fucked up. So eventually the Uber showed up and Terry's girl guided him towards the Uber because he couldn't walk straight. And I had to get my own ass up and guide myself to the Uber while the world was spinning on my view. And to this day, this was the hardest task I have ever had to do, man. I remember, bro, everything was spinning, and when I tried to walk straight, I would walk to the side. It just looked like one of those cartoon drawings of a drunk guy, man. Like, I was a pure definition of drunk right there. After knocking some shit down, I finally get into the Uber, and I'm like, thanks for the Uber. So me and Terry, we're in the Uber, and the guy, he's like, looks like you guys had a fun night, huh? And we're like, yeah. But basically, I was just trying to spend my entire time to not throw up in this guy's car. So we show up to Terry's house, which is where I was sleeping over at. And his sister, she brings us some waters. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. Because I was really dehydrated and we didn't bring any water. We were just sipping alcohol. So finally having more water, it was great. So I take a leak on their fence. And then me and Terry, we just chill in Terry's mom's car. So his sister, she's like, do you want something from McDonald's to eat to us? And we're like, yeah, please get us some McDonald's. And so she heads out. Next thing I know, it's the next morning. And then me and Terry, we just wake up. I had my face like just on the glass chilling. There's McDonald's next to us. We're like, oh my God, dude, what a fucking crazy night. So we eat the McDonald's, talk about how much fun we had. And then I'm like, all right, well, it's time for me to head home. And Terry's entire block was covered in water because there was a fire hydrant that got broken at night. So it was just covered in water. The water was spraying everywhere. So I don't live too far from Terry. It's a few blocks. And so he walks like a block or two with me and we dap up. We're like, hey, we was lit as fuck last night. That was awesome, man. It was a good night, bro. Then I get to my house. My mom was at the beach. And I unlock my room door with the keys I had been practicing on the first try. And I just went to sleep because I was so hungover. So yeah, that's the story, everybody. If you liked it, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Maybe even a comment if you like. And if you want to get notifications when more of my content releases, make sure to click that bell icon. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed the story and I hope you have a good day.